So Lauri Markkanen supposedly not untouchable, and for the right price, you could get him. Mr. Jake Fisher's writing, and I want to hear your guys' opinions down below. What do you guys think of this report? So the Utah Jazz reporting no longer consider Lauri Markkanen untouchable in a potential trade, in that they do maintain a ultra high price for him, but could move him. The Sacramento Kings, the Atlanta Hawks, and the Oklahoma City Thunder are all considering, options who highly value Lauri Markkanen. So let's get right into it. And what could these deals look like and why? So I would first say the first deal. Let's go to the Atlanta Hawks. Is gonna Jalen Johnson will have to be in this deal. I love Jalen Johnson, but if you're trading for Lowry, you can't. You gotta trade Jalen. So, and the whole thing is, I could see that one being a 3-team trade. But for example, an easy like, I think that deal would involve maybe sending Clint Capella or DeAndre Hunter to a different team. And then the Sacramento Kings, I think that deal would be around Keegan Murray and Harrison Barnes and probably like Davion Mitchell, something like that. But so Lauri Markkanen actually makes 18 million. My apology. I thought he was making 28. So you could literally do straight up DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, and maybe AJ Griffin, and you throw in Kobe Buffkin, maybe some picks. I feel like that gets her done, because right here, the Jazz, they would have to just cut salary, and for them, cutting salary would involve the easiest cut salary wise, if they were just trying to dish salary, would be throwing in like either Samanic, and as well as maybe, I mean, the easiest would be Taylor Horton Tucker, but yeah, you want to throw Lucas Samanic, and damn, this is where it gets difficult, because you're thinking, I mean, maybe you throw in Simone Fontecchio in the deal, and that would get the money right there. I believe you would have to skew it a little bit, but obviously the Hawks rob the Jazz right here. I think that's the problem with this deal, is Hawks are committing a highway robbery if they were allowed to get away with this deal. And they have the young guys that would interest them, like Buffkin, Griffin, and Jalen are all young guys that interest in, shooters and size for the Hawks right here. But that's why when I look at this deal, I'm like, oh, it's a little more like, I think the Kings have the best shot, even though they're saying the other team or the Thunder. The Thunder also have a great shot. I think the Kings and Thunder are more likely, because like Harrison Barnes mixed with Keegan Murray and Davion Mitchell, okay, let's say, I feel like that's a good offer. And then you have Mr. Lauri Markkanen packaged with Luka Samanic just to get the money working. And then you have the Kings send a first rounder in 2030 and then a first rounder in 28. Okay, that one ain't a bad deal on the fact that if you're the Jazz, like, I think the Jazz right here, it's just saying the big thing, they would just need to cut a little bit of money. But in theory, this ain't a bad deal for the Jazz. If you can get something looking like this, you might have to move a little contracts to make the money work. But to me, I think they're getting themselves, the whole thing is trying to get the money right here to work right. But that one ain't bad, because you're walking away with a couple picks, and you're only giving up some young guys. Now the Thunder, hey, they might have the best deal, because they have all these. First off, no one can compare to the Thunder what they can give up draft capital wise, and second off, they can do the deal around Davis Bertans, or they can do a better deal, which would be probably entice them with young guys, which would be Josh Giddey, Vasilij Micic would be probably sent to a third team, but I'm trying to think of someone young that they maybe throw in Isaiah Joe in there, and you throw in Ousmane Dieng and just Poku for good measures. Well, you're sending out incoming, yeah, and you just send out Lowry, and then pick wise, they got 36, picks. So here's that one, here's this one, and here is this one, and then you got yourself a deal right here that looks, instead of this deal, Look at this. The Jazz are going to walk away and say this is the better deal. Okay, this is the best deal because they can just walk away, get themselves 3 first-round picks or 2 first-round picks, and have a deal that looks like this. And you can't tell me that this deal isn't better. Lauri Markkanen for Josh Giddey, Poku, Usman Jang, and Isaiah Joe. 2 first-round picks in a second. That's pretty good.